I thought I'd show everyone my DIY carbon reactor for my 125 gallon tank. And it's fairly simple. I've seen a couple on YouTube. Seemed overly complicated, too much gluing, too much this, too much that. So here it is. Here's the parts list. We've got a 3-inch to 1.5 inch reducer. Then we've got a coupling, a bushing, and that's 1.5 down to 1/2. And then we've got a 2-inch screw cap that has holes drilled in it. Okay, and we have another one. Then we have a screw end for 2-inch. Then we have a I guess this is like it's a cover that goes over here, and I've drilled holes in it. And oddly, I've got two, let's see, what are these things called? Flush valve shank washers. Okay, it's for a toilet. Got 2 of them and another smaller, like a O-ring type thing. And then there's this. This goes on the end of an open pipe, and it screws tight. That's, I clean out. Then I've got a 3-inch coupler with a little piece of 3-inch glued in there, and I took a 3/4 inch nipple, drilled a hole through everything, and it's in there. I beat it in with a hammer, and siliconed, and this is I believe it's 3/4, maybe 1/2 inch. I think it's 3/4. Anyway, that's all the stuff. Oh yeah, and 3-inch, and that's 2-inch with the same coupler here already glued on. So what I'll do is I'll put together the inner part, which is this, and that's where the carbon's going to go. I mean, there's going to be a lot of carbon in there, but more is better than less, I guess. Okay, let me put the inner part together, and I'll get right back. Okay, I mean, that took me all of a minute actually. And here's the inner part of it. What you've got the top. It's got all the holes in it, screwed on to the top coupling with that toilet valve O-ring or whatever in between, and it's pointed up. Okay, and then on the other side, I've just got the connector, and I've got the plug with all the holes in it, and I've got the washer going in the same direction as the other one, which is up, and that little black like O-ring on the bottom. Okay, now that's basically it. That's it. And what you can do is remove the top lid there and dump in your carbon. Just fill it up. Of course, rinse it out and everything. And that's the whole thing. And I'm not going to glue any of it because the O-rings, I'll glue the top, this coupler, but I'm not going to glue the bottom cap. I mean, it's waterproof, watertight with those O-rings. And so there it is. That's where the carbon goes, and I guess that's about, I don't know, 2.5, 3 feet. It's just whatever fits in your tank or for your tank. And let me put the outer sleeve together. I'll come right back at you. Okay, I got it assembled, and of course this will be all glued. It's not glued now, but it will be. And it actually took me another 30 seconds to slap it all together. But at the bottom you can see the reducer. Okay, that's going to rest on my tank stand, and the water is going to come up through the reaction chamber, and it's going to pour out of here. Okay, very simple. And this thing, you tighten it down, and it seals it up. Okay, but of course it's not tight. So the idea is you have your sleeve, okay, and then you take your reactor with that end cap pointing down, and it's remarkably tight. I'll just shove it in there. Now, the weird thing is, it's so tight. Hold on a second. There we go. You can feel the air rushing up, of course. And it is now seated. Okay? So there it is. And as you can see, the top of the holes is below the output. Now, it's got carbon and everything in it, let's say. And then you take your cap, stick it on there, and you tighten this down. And then that's it. That's the whole carbon reactor. Now, it's like I said, it's pretty tall, but it's going to go in to a tank just like that. The lights off. The tank's over here. It's being built. I'm putting a stand together now for it, and it's going to go in the back corner. And where the hole saw is, there's going to be a hole that big. That'll let it fall below the edge. Okay, so it'll be flush, and the overflow just goes right over the top of the rim. And the way the plumbing's going to work is, it's just going to be your normal sump, which is sitting here. And I'll continue showing you guys that once I get it all put together. It's really late. And something I'm going to try. Everyone's making these, homemade sumps. I've never had one, so I'm making one. And I've got lucite, and it's all cut up. And I'm going to try this stuff. It's plastic. I don't know what it is. It's the whole plastic wallboard or something, molding or something up. And I'm going to glue this side to the tank. And probably the lucite's a little bit too big to go down, down that groove. But I'm going to glue it here. So basically, this will be what's against the glass, and then the lucite will fit there. I just think it'll make a cleaner job. I'll let you, when I'm done that, I'll take a look at it. But that's where everything is on my DIY reactor, and I'll post more videos once I actually get it put together and get it functioning. It could be 2 or 3 more weeks, maybe. I want to get the tank put up and start cycling the water for probably, a couple weeks. And then I've got to build another stand for this monster tank, which is it's only 125 gallons. And I'm going to use that water to get the other tank going. And those fish are going to get a bigger home, from 30 gallon to 125. Okay, I'll post the rest of the video as soon as I can.